You were doing. Oh wait, where is my? Let me do another chat. Okay, let's hope this works. Hi, everybody. Okay, so in this video, I am going to be answering questions from you guys. So it's either emails or comments or stuff like that. So I'm not sure how many, and I'm not sure how long. Every time I say it's not going to be that long, it'll be long. Okay, so we're just going to get right into it. And I'm going to I have one, two, three, four. So it's according to if we can get to all four of them tonight or not. I mean, it could be a part one, part two. Okay, so the first question, I'm reading from my notes. So the first question is, how do I prepare myself from what's coming? So a lot of times when I do astrology readings for people, um, they have questions like that, like, I am going to break up with somebody, or I just met somebody, or I'm going to start a new job, or I'm starting a new business, and I'm going to quit this job, or I'm going to quit this business, or quit my business and start something new. I'm going to go to school. Is that the right thing for me? So, the first thing I do is I look in their chart and I look at their houses. It's according to what it actually is that they're asking. So, if it is about a school question, then I will answer. I will look at the ninth house and give them information about school. So, because this question was kind of vague in general, I really can't get into detail. But if it what and it is again, how do I prepare myself for what's coming? So if it is a new job or whatever, then I can ask you for the date and the time, and we can look it up, and we can see the energy of that day. Okay. So that's a vague one because we were vague. Hey, Laval, how are you? Thanks for coming on my live. I appreciate that. And I'm sweating already because it's late. It's so bright. Okay. And so the second question is, should I break up should I break up with my partner for cheating? I guess he cheated or she cheated. They cheated. And the question was, should I break up with my partner? I guess because they cheated on me or whatever. Well, some people that could be a deal breaker, but usually to the people who ask that question, they already have in their mind what they want to do. So some people don't leave because their partner cheated on them. Some people don't do that. And it's according to how they're cheating. They didn't get into anything about, was it like emotional cheating or sexual cheating, but they were just asking that question of, should they break up with them because they cheated on them or what have you. Um, I will go into the best way to answer this question astrologically is that I will go and I will look into the person who they are accusing of cheating. I will look in their chart and I will see some stuff that's going on for them. Because could you find out if a person has a cheating personality or not? Yeah, you can. Okay, so the next question is, what should I learn from my relationship with my ex? Now, this is a compatibility chart type of question answer thing. So I would definitely, before I go on and try to attempt to answer this question, I would definitely do a compatibility chart or synastry. That's why I say compatibility, synastry. If I speak slower, it can come out. Okay. Um, I will look at the compatibility chart and I will look for all of the squares that's between you guys. I will look for all the squares because in astrology, the squares are our lesson. So if it's in a relationship, so you broke up with somebody or you're about to break up with them and you are learning astrology or learning all this kind of stuff and you're trying to get a deeper connection and understanding, I would say look at the squares and see how many squares did you guys actually experience because you may not have experienced enough squares. It's according to how long you've been together and it's according to how much you were willing to work on a relationship as well. So you look on the squares in the compatibility chart. If you ever got a compatibility chart done, you're going to see they're going to tell you where your squares are, your trines, your conjunctions. They're going to give you all the aspects, or at least the top 5 major aspects They're going to give you that, and then you can look at the squares because that's how you can find out if and what happened in your relationship, or what did you need to learn from them. Okay, so and then the last question that I got is, how can I deal with the problems in my family? So, and this person happened to be a uh, Capricorn South Node, and the Capricorn South Node makes you a Cancer North Node. So, most, I'll say 9 out of 10 people who are Capricorn South Nodes have problems with their family because they know exactly how and what type of ways their family should fix their life. It's like, and then they get really frustrated because, of course, you can't make anybody fix their life. They have to be willing to do it. But it's like a really hard tug of war for them to do that. But how you can fix the problems in your family if you're a Capricorn South Node is because that's typically the people who have the issues, the South Nodes, Capricorn South Nodes, um, is to focus on your North Node. I know that sounds really simple, but it is. So that means you're a Cancer North Node, and what are you supposed to focus on? Are you supposed to be like more of a Cancer? No. The number one thing, if you are a Cancer North Node, that you need to work on is the emotional connection that you need to have with others. So that's one way how I would answer that question. Another way I would answer that question is I would ask, who are the family members that you're talking about? And then I will find out their zodiac sign and look on my natal chart to see what house they fall into. So let me give you an example. So if I was having a problem with a Sagittarius person in my family, I will first look on my natal chart and find out what house is my Sagittarius in, and see what that house encompasses and see why do we have an issue. So I have a Sagittarius in my 12th house. So I will look at my 12th house and I will look at all the issues in the 12th house that matches with my family member. That's one way how I would do it. Um, and then say one of my family members was an Aries. So I will look at my natal chart and I will look and see where is my Aries? What house is my Aries? Hey, Lizzie, Darko. I know my birthday was it passed. So I will look and see where is my Aries. My Aries is in the 4th house. So now, yeah, the 4th house is home and family and all that kind of stuff, but the 4th house is also deeply rooted things that can happen in your childhood. So I will look and see what problems or what issues that we had as children. What issues, if we are siblings, what issues we had with our parents or something like that. I will also look in the 10th house after the 4th house. Guys, when you're looking at this, is another thing I really want y'all to understand. When you're looking in these houses, um, there are two you need to look at. The first one is the main house that you want to look and see what area of the life, and the second one is the opposite, right up above or diagonal or whatever. So whoa, if you're looking in a 4th house, you gotta look in the 10th house. But would you look in the 10th house for your career, your public standing? No, not necessarily. What you're going to look at is the authoritative parent in your life. Who is this authoritarian in your life? So you will look at that as well. Okay. And then I would say I will look and see what planet is that Aries in. So I will see if what is it, benefic? I hate saying that, benefic and malefic. Is it a positive one or is it a negative one? And maybe it's a lesson and maybe that's why we don't get along. Wait, let me just reread the question again. How can I deal with the problems in my family? Yeah, I just want to make sure I was saying that right. Okay, now another way that you could deal with the problems in your family, if you are in a situation where you had issues with your dad. If you had issues with your dad, the first place I want you to look is in your 8th house, especially if their son is in your 8th house. If your dad's zodiac sign is in your 8th house, majority 9 out of 10 times you guys have some kind of issue, and something it's two things that can happen, and I'm not going to go into it into it because they're kind of like not positive. But one of the things could be some type of sexual abuse, I'll just say it that way, that you experience, or some kind of sexual deviant, or something sexual that was totally inappropriate. And then the second thing would be that your dad had a sudden death. It was some kind of separation from him, from you. Your dad is your mom. Okay? So that's if in your eighth house. Now, that will have to be, I would not suggest that you try to fix the problems. If you have, if the family member is your dad and something went down in your life, I wouldn't say for you to do that by yourself. I would definitely say get a therapist, get a professional person and a counselor. You have family therapy, you get therapy first, and then you include your dad. Now, if you had a problem with your mother, if you have a problem with your mom, what house do you think we should go into? Some people and many people would say the fourth house. Well, I say no, it's not the fourth house. It's not the fourth house. Yeah, that's the moon, and that's mother, and that's Cancer energy, and that's home energy. But we want to get deeper because we really want answers, right? Because the fourth house is not going to really tell us too much about our mother. The moon will, but not our fourth house. So we'll take the moon, and if you have a moon in your 12th house, 9 out of 10 times there was an issue between you and your mother. Now, what kind of issues? Well, she could have been arrested and then out of jail. She could have been on drugs and had rehab. She just couldn't get it right. It was something as a mom that she could not get right. What did you say, Lizzie? My fourth house is so ghostly, like my dad, ghost ass person. Yeah, what's in your fourth house? Or we could like dive deeper, so you could dive deeper into it. Okay, now if your moon is in your fourth house, then it's according to a planet, and it's according to the sign. Some people don't have planets in the fourth house, so you just look on your house cusp. You look at the zodiac sign, because all houses have energy. Well, all houses have energy, so even if it's not a planet in there, it's okay. So I will look and see the moon in my fourth. I will look and see what zodiac sign. If it's the planet is the moon, but I would just see any other planets that's accompanied with that to make that like more deeper or whatever. You said what? Jupiter, Virgo retrograde. What? And your moon? No, your Jupiter. What house? 12th or 4th? Thank you. Hey, you know what? I'm thinking about changing my channel to like say something like astrology and hair or something. Like we could be talking about astrology while I'm doing my hair and stuff. Some hair tips. Also, a real rap. The only reason why I'm kind of hesitant is because I have some guy subscribers and they probably won't want to be on that video. So, but I really might. I'm like dead ass thinking of changing it like that. Okay. So anyway, so you can look and see where the houses that I will say the eighth house for the dad, sun in the eighth, moon in the 12th, moon in the 4th, and I will also look at the sun and the moon in the 10th, because that's another family issue you could have. If you had the sun and the moon in the 10th house, you probably didn't get as many hugs as you should have gotten, because they were more into kind of teaching you and training you and showing you things. It's just like teaching you things, and opposed to, giving you the love and the kisses and all that. I know, right? I should just go there and do that, Lizzie. Okay. So let me just go back to that question again. How can I deal with the problems in my family? Okay. So if it is your siblings, yes, you want to look and see, go to your third house. Well, first of all, you're going to look and see what sign they're at. For anybody you get along with or don't get along with, you want the easiest, quickest way to find out what issue they have in your life, not what issue, but why are they in your life. You look at their zodiac sign and put it in your house chart that matches it. It's the simplest way. I don't give a easy what nobody say, and they want to make it long and drawn out and all deep sounding. But the bottom line is, if you want to know what part a person play in your life, look at their sun sign. Their sun sign. I know there's 9 other planets. Look in their sun sign first, and then second, you could look in their moon. You know, if you're not getting that much information from them or out of it from their sun, look at their moon and see where your moon is at, and you'll be so surprised how many things that you have in common with this person in this part of your life. So it could be a good thing or it could be a not good thing. And if it's not a good thing, then you can rectify it by saying, okay, what type of family member are they? If it's a sibling, you look in your third house. If it's like I said, a mother, a father, you look in that house. If it's a grandmother, you're gonna look in the ninth house. If it's or a brother-in-law, like in-laws and stuff like that. So you look and see, because everything could be answered in your chart. A lot of people like say stuff like how how to read a birth chart, how to read a natal chart, how to understand my chart. The number one way to understand your chart is to understand that it's really basic. And people, individuals are the ones that's making it complicated. I guess because of the competition and they have to stand out some kind of way. That's the only reason why I'm thinking that people make it difficult. But it's really simple. If you want to know what part a person play in your life, find out their sun or their moon sign in the house and then start looking at it like that, and you will be amazed of how it is. This is game. This is game for my trauma. Yeah. Now, once you go into, if you do have a problem, if the family member, which is the last question, is how can I deal with my problems in my family? If it is your mother or your father, that's where I'm, especially in the 8th or the 12th house, and sometimes the 4th house, because you know the 8th, the 12th, and the 4th are the karma houses. If y'all notice, they are the karma houses. And but the 4th house is karma, like from your early childhood. Your 12th house will be karma from your past or your previous life, like your past, right? Your 8th house would be kind of karma now, like the karma that you would experience now, for the most part. All of my answers are for the most part. I appreciate you so much, Lizzie, by interacting with me on the chat and giving me this energy. I appreciate that. Um, is it normal to not remember your childhood? It's according to what part of your childhood. Are you talking about your elementary school? Are you talking about the individuals in your family? Are you talking about your parents or whatever? Psychologically, to answer that question, I would say we could put a lot of blocks, energy, like we block our childhood so we don't remember it. And we every time we think about it, we think of something else and put it in its place and we block it. If it is according to what it is. If it's a situation you don't remember any of it, well, because number one, you don't want to, and number two, if you've been living your life, this is my from my years and years experience in not astrology, psychology, because I have more years in psychology than I do in astrology. But from the years of psychology and training in that and working in that area, just by me living to be this age, by me understanding astrology, I look at it like this. If you don't remember your childhood or if you don't remember some type of trauma that happened to you, if it's not affecting you today or anybody in your life today, I wouldn't worry about it. I will move on. If it ever comes up, if it's just the universe or God, whichever one how you want to see it, is saying, "Hey, I want you to deal with this." And when it comes at you that way, you will have the support. So do I think that people should go and look for trouble? Kind of no, I don't. Unless you're a type of person that you can handle it or you have a good support person. Now, having a good support person to help you with your problems, it had to be somebody that's going to stay around for a while, because people do get sick of hearing about our problems. Like, because until we over the problem, we're going to keep talking about it. So people get sick of hearing it. So you got to have somebody for the long term, you know. But yeah, I wouldn't. I'm pretty sure I got bullied and stuff, seeing things I wasn't ready to see. Well, if that was the case, And if it's not affecting you in your life, I would not. It's like opening up Pandora's box and trying to look for a problem, just like people do in their natal charts. Like they look, and if they never had this kind of issue in their life, they look at their natal chart and they see things that they see squares or oppositions because they hear about it, and or other person is talking about it and they say, oh, those are your demons and those are negative, and your squares and your quincux and your demons. Really? Demons? Like demonic forces? Like, yo, like, why do people take astrology so far? It's all about energy. It's just energy and cycles and patterns. That's all it is. But like I said, I believe that there's a lot of competition and everybody want that recognition and everybody want to be known. I just enjoy and love talking about the topic. So I'm going to talk about it all the time until I get sick of it. And it's not even like, well, until you guys get sick of it, because you can move on to somebody else that y'all want to talk to. But anyway, so, and then one of the things that I really think was a really good question was about what should I learn from my relationship with my ex? Not what you think you went through. Use astrology, like use the tools, use the energy, use the, like, why was he or she, why were they even in my life? Like, what purpose? And not your own purpose, like to get on my nerves or to make me mad or to make me hate. No. Uh-uh. If you say that the reason why your ex was in your life to do those kind of things, you're limiting yourself and you're not going to understand it. So why would you even try to use astrology as a tool to help you? I say get a compatibility chart. A lot of people want to get compatibility charts for their current relationship. Yeah, you could do that, but you don't even like know that person yet. So what, you got to have more experience. Because I can say you guys are, yeah, you guys are compatible. Y'all have a lot of things in common, but you haven't lived life with this person yet. You can learn more from your compatibility chart from a previous person, because that would definitely tell you your lessons. So if I said, well, one of you guys or you was the more of the dominating one and what you said go, and that person was sick of doing that and sick of hearing you say that, and then you can be that person who um, was the one who was being dominated, and it could be some kind of square. So instead of you saying, "Oh, we didn't get along. Oh, I'm glad I broke up with him or her. Oh, they hurt me and all that kind of stuff." Yeah, but how? And what lesson? And what if you meet them again? You can meet that same energy again. Do you guys ever hear people say stuff like, you keep picking the same person? Well, you're picking the same energy, and the universe is saying that they really want you to take heed to it and they really want you to learn from it. So if you look in your chart from the past, your past relationship, that is how you're going to learn from your ex. um Hey, Coach Michael. My reptilian ex was in my life to teach me how to live love for myself. I thought you were going to say picking the same scab. Picking the same scab. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, oops. I did learn from my ex. And then you guys got to also understand that it's not energy of, like, we give these people too much power. It's not the energy of the person that you got to learn from, like, what did he or she do to me? It's not that. That's like the most, like, I don't know, it's like a weak way of looking at it. It's like kind of weak. So I would look at it like this: what energy are they bringing towards me that's really getting to me from by them doing this to me, where somebody else wouldn't bother me? What is it that I could not get over with this person? What, and then that they would not let up? That energy was coming to you to assist you in your life. I can't see the chat. Hold on. Yeah, that used to pick your essence scabs. Oh. we put too much emphasis on the person. Now, if you say that you're looking at your ex and say, what was the point of me even being in a relationship with my ex? If you're looking at it like that, and that's where you start and that's where you finish, you know what's going to happen? You're going to get stuck because you're starting and ending with a person. A human being is not perfect. You have to do a compatibility chart. I know you guys don't want to do one because it's over or whatever, but you want to have successful relationships in the future. So since you want to have successful relationships in the future, you got to go to your past and look at the lessons and what it's for, because you're going to be repeating the same old thing, and then you're going to be accused, or you accuse yourself of you picking something's wrong with you, you're picking the wrong people. That's not true. It's just that you're not taking heed to your lesson. So anyway, you know what? I didn't even know I was gonna be on this long. I was really thinking way less than this, since it was not that many questions. I mean, I only picked 4 questions. Um, I just want to go back to that one question again, just discuss that a little further, so I can let y'all see what I think. When it says, "Should I break up with my partner for cheating?" I don't know. I back in the day, when I was way younger, I would say, yeah, that was a deal breaker if somebody ever cheated on me, because the loyalty, my Scorpio-ness, betrayal, blah blah blah. But as I've lived and got older, I started looking at the number one things that was bothering me the most about a person breaking up with me. I mean, cheating with me, and we had to break up, or them breaking up with me. I had to look at it. I'm saying look at it like, and you said Shonda, look at you. But I had to really look at all of the things that could be bothering me about what they did, so that I can take the power, utilize the power, turn it into superpowers. Because psychologically we could change energy at any time because we have the superpowers. A lot of people don't understand the superpower you have. You have superpowers when you can control energy of another individual. Do you know how powerful and strong you can be when you have the power to change energy? And people always say, I don't have that power. Yes, you do. You do have it. But anyway, getting back to the X. So I'm just laughing. Laughing because people, like, when I say you have superpowers, they're thinking I'm talking about like some superheroes or something like that. No. Or I'm talking about something magic. No, you got superpowers. It's psychological, mental superpowers that if you can manipulate energy. When I say manipulate, I don't mean negative. Just manipulate it and change the energy. You know what I mean? So, but I started looking at every single thing that bothered me the most about them cheating on me. And a lot of that stuff had to do with me. Like, I had to really pick out, because we don't want to look at ourselves when we feel like we victimized. But I had to do it. I had to look at it, and I had to see what was going on. And what was going on was, it was just things that I didn't like about myself. I didn't want to change about myself. I didn't want to work on. And when this person did that to me, it kind of brought it back into my face for me to look at it. You know what I mean? I was just talking to somebody earlier, and I said the reason why you can't let a person go is because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like they're fulfilling something for you. They're doing something for you. Even if it's a bad person, even if it's bad energy, negative energy, it's something that you cannot do for yourself, that this person is doing for you. And if you leave them or separate from them, then you're not going to have that anymore. And then what's going to happen is you're going to keep staying with this unhealthy relationship, toxic. I say get what you need. What is it that you need? What is it that you need to fulfill within yourself that you look for a guy or a girl to do? That's why you can't leave them. Hey, Lady Libra, I got my natal chart read, and they said my Venus and Mars conjunct and Aquarius is my superpower. Do you use it? Superpowers is a change of energy that you had the power to change it. You know what I'm saying? So, what is it that you are looking for this guy or girl to do for you that you're afraid of? I mean, you don't have to answer here. These are the questions that you need to ask yourself. What is it? Is it something financial that you think that you got to stay with this person because they are making, they have money, they have a car, they have a place, and you need to be able to drive, have some money, and have a place to live? Is it that you don't feel like you really love yourself? And this person shows you, oh my gosh, so much attention, attention that no one ever showed you before. And now, since you don't love yourself, you are accepting from another person's love to overpower and over conquer and feel that love you don't have for yourself. So when you know you're supposed to break up with this person, you know you're supposed to leave this person, and you don't, because you will feel that big ass empty hole, he or she is fulfilling something within you. He might be the only one that tell you you're beautiful all the time. You might not like the way your body looks, or you might have some problems with your face. Like, I don't know, maybe you think you're getting older and wrinkles, or maybe you got acne or something. But he will like follow the lines of your wrinkles and say how beautiful you still are when no one said that. And people don't look at you that way. Why can't you do that for yourself though? Like, why can't you look in your mirror and accept your imperfections? Because you're going to have this codependency upon a person that once he or she stops telling you that you look sexy, you're not going to have that anymore. And you know you're not going to have it. And it's all subconscious. And you don't want to break up with this person. So you get abused. You let them abuse you, whether it's emotional, physical, financial. Yeah, financial abuse. That is a thing. That is a thing. What is financial abuse? Someone who takes your money and manipulates you out your money, or you just buy, or you know what really financial abuse is? My cousin used to do this all the time, and this girl, I'm not understanding. I'm like, yo, like we were all like, you don't see that he only come around on the first of the month? Anyway, so that's like an example, top of my head, of financial abuse. But really, seriously, like, I want to know, well, I should rephrase that. I want you to ask yourself, why you stay in a relationship that's not good for you? Because something else is great and you're balancing it out and you don't want to be alone? Why not? So then you got to ask yourself the question, why don't I want to be alone? What am I afraid of? I don't want to be alone. It took me a long, long time to meet her. It took me a long, long time to meet him. So you're telling me to leave them just because of this? I can deal with that. I can deal with them disrespecting me. I can deal with the abuse. Okay. All right. Well, definitely don't come to me and cry the blues, because I'm gonna ask, why are you? What is it with you that you're okay with somebody talking to you the way they are, treating you the way they are, calling you names, doing whatever? Why are you okay with that? Like, I'm not gonna be nice. Like, when people ask for my advice, do y'all think I'll be nice? No. I come straight out and I'll ask you that question. Like, what is it in you that you're okay with being abused? Now, y'all might think, when I use that word abused, y'all might say, oh, I'm not getting abused, or I don't get abused. Yeah, okay. I'm not talking about abuse like that. I use abuse for, if I say good morning to you walking down the hall at work and you don't say it back. That's abuse to me. Yeah, I'm extreme. I'm intense. I'm a damn Scorpio. So I take things like that. So maybe you don't want to use the word abuse, but what is it in you that you're okay with them talking to you or treating you in any way, even if it's a small piece, that you don't want? You know how many millions and billions and trillions of people there are in this world? So why are you sticking with one or two or three or five or 10? Man, you can get with so many. Just cut everybody off who's treating you badly. And if that's everybody that you know, oh well, bye. Bye. And then you manifest good energy for other people to come into your life. Look in your 11th house. Start being around your real friends and start being around people who think like you and act like you. It's the first way to get out of it. Y'all don't need to be kissing nobody's ass. I give myself Mars energy and my Venus energy. I have it within already. Aquarius. Why do Scorpios get astronomically groomed for abuse? What? Because they don't say it. What's astronomic? I can't even say it. Astronomically groomed for abuse. What do you mean? And I remember, it was some. I forgot. I remember, Lizzie, but I forgot the story about the Scorpio you had. I don't know. But we have to take the power that we give to the other person and make it ourselves. So give it back to ourselves so that we can have the superpowers. You got to get superpowers. You have to get superpowers. You have to. Okay. But let's just say like Scorpios don't speak if they're getting abused. Are they getting abused though? Or is it a strategy? Are they biding their time? Remember Scorpios are from Mars and Pluto. So that Mars is the fighting energy and Pluto is the underground. Low key. Look, do not get me start talking about. You're gonna get me going. See, you see how Pisces go, make you go to places that you. But see, I know Pisces energy, so they're not gonna get me there. And y'all be like, "Well, she just asked a question." No, she's doing that Neptunian thing. Okay. Anyway, so I'm just saying, I don't think it's okay with anybody talking to you in a way you don't want them to talk to you, treat you in a way don't want them to treat you. You do not need nobody to tell you you're great. You can tell yourself. You do not need anybody to say that you're beautiful or you're handsome. You can just look in the mirror and say it yourself. And all the imperfections that you see, so the hell what? Nobody is perfect. I don't care if they look that way. They are not. It's something that either they don't like about themselves or that just know that they're not perfect, and don't compare your energy to nobody's energy, meaning your whole being. Do not compare your energy to nobody else's energy. All right, so I have a tendency to be preachy, not intentionally, but because of my placements in, well, astrologically, because of my placements in my ninth house. It's like ninth house is the preachy house. If you got like a lot of energy in the ninth house and you got like a lot of planets in the ninth house, then, or you're gonna get preachy. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that in this video. I just wanted to come on. I haven't come on in a while. I just wanted to come on and say, hey, oh yeah, I was over the YouTube thing. I really was. I've been on here since 2017 for one reason, and that is because Jupiter conjuncted my sun, and I really needed something like that to come along to pull me out into the open from my deep, dark cave life. And as a result of me being on YouTube since 2017, it gave me a lot of things. It didn't give me a lot popularity on YouTube, but it gave me a lot of popularity, well, a lot of beneficial things outside of YouTube. So I am so glad that I did it. But one of the things that I want to do, because I do have Mercury in Libra, what does that mean? Mercury in Libra. That means that it's a lot of ideas and a lot of different things I can do. And I can come on and say, hey, this day we're going to talk about this. This day we're going to talk about that. Even if I do it each day, like every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Monday, it's a separate topic. It's still going to be too much and confusing. Would you date someone who has their north node as your south node? Yeah, why not? That don't have anything to do with anything. Yeah. Now, the only thing that I say that north nodes and south nodes have to do with planets and zodiac signs is if your sun sign, if their sun sign is the same as your south node. Think about it. If your sun sign, so say I'm a Scorpio sun, right? Or yeah, they're a Scorpio sun and I have a Scorpio south node. Well, if my south node are things I should leave behind and bad habits and low vibration and all that kind of stuff, why would I get with a person that has that same sign is like the blind leading the blind. Like we're gonna be doing dirty shit together. You know, it's like that's why they say that people in drug rehab they should be dating each other until like I think it's a year clean or something like that. Because who has the strength? One person could say, "Let's get high." Other person be like, "No, we just got out of rehab," and you know, and then eventually they're gonna fall into it. Cancer, Capricorn axis. Hey Virginia. Hey Castro. So that's the only thing. But like I said, due to popularity, people on YouTube or wherever, websites and all that kind of stuff, they're trying to be recognized. And it's a lot of competition. So they want to be seen, they want to be known. So they will mix up astrology. That's why you could tell it doesn't work, because if it truly worked, it would stick. Why do we have to keep having new stuff on the old art? Right? So if it really worked, they wouldn't have to keep coming up with new things. See, I come up with the same things. I just try to find a better way to express it, to teach whoever's coming on my channel to understand and break astrology down into a better way. I don't have these new things like, hey, I found out that this new thing about astrology mean this, and then y'all try it and y'all get stuck and you paint yourself into a corner because that's an innovative thing. I just like made something up and said, oh, I see a connection, and then that's it. No, man, no connection to nothing that's not real. You said true. They end up it contradicting yourself and you get stuck. Spin-offs, right? Exactly. So you know, it's so funny you say that, because when you said that, I'm thinking of people that that know me on YouTube that I hardly want to go on their channels, because then they're gonna refer me to other people, like, or say subscribe to Shonda. No, nah, we good like how we are, you know. If you feeling me, you feeling me. If you're not, you're not. I don't, you know. That was early Shonda when I first got on YouTube, so I can get popular and people can come to my channel. I would love for somebody to shout me out, like, you know. But it's like now it's like YouTube have done so many good things for me that I wouldn't think of, that I don't care about that. You know, what did you say? I don't want to be associated with that. So the thing is, I really think that I should do astrology in hair, or astrology and some, like, bring some other stuff that I'm really into the channel. I'm smiling because I'm like, oh God, these all the boys, all the males will want to leave. But like I can't keep people here either way. Whatever I do, if people want to go, they're gonna go. If people want to stay, they're gonna stay, right? But anyway, so those are the questions that I did in the video. And the question was, how do I prepare myself for what's coming? Should I break up with my partner for cheating? What should I learn from my relationship with my ex? And how can I deal with the problems in my family? If you guys are interested in my breakdown of any of those, which I didn't get too much of a breakdown, but for the most part I did, just easily just go and rewind a video back, I guess. Where's the suggestion box? Suggestion box. How can I say this? How can I say that? First, I would have to give a shit about what another person think I should do. Like, I would have to really get over that. You know what I mean? Prior to me even hearing a suggestion. Anyway, the number one thing I want to do is be around like-minded individuals who talk about astrology and who want just regular, real talk like I'm doing. No bells and whistles. Because I'm telling y'all, one of these days, wait, it's just one of these days? What's that song? One of these days. One of these days, that's exactly what people is going to want. They are not going to care about no backgrounds. They're not going to care about no music. They're not going to care about all that stuff. I guess it's time for me to go because my phone. All right. The people, they're only going to care about, it's going to be like wishing they had a person who just talk about astrology. They could just come on and have a conversation and talk about astrology. And that's it. That is, hopefully I'll be around still in the YouTube land to do it. But I'm gonna try to go on more because I know I need to go on more to get the algorithm, to get the subscriber counts for more people to watch my video when I go live, blah, 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 blah. But I also believe whatever's for me is what I'm gonna get. I don't have to do shit to get anything that's already for me. And the same thing with you guys. So utilize astrology as a tool. Please always know, I don't care how bad you feel, don't say you feel bad. Say you feel good and that you have a great life. And just say it. I have a good life. If there's one thing good about you, you can say that whole statement for that. I have a good life. I have a great life. And if you don't have it as great or as good as you want it, knock all the shit out of it that you need to let go of so that you could have a great life and a better life. All right. So I will try to come on more and talk to you guys. Thank y'all for whoever stayed the whole time, and especially Lizzie. Lizzie gave me good energy. And thank you, Virginia. And everybody else have a really good night. Rest of your night. All right. Bye.